What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Fire Session Podcast. I'm your girl, Daisy J, here with my boy, Big Ken. We have our fire friends, Miss Christy Dean and Miss Celeste Cross. What's up, y'all?
Hey.
Hey, y'all. Hey, Ken, stop making that face. Um, reel it in, reel it in. Um, Christy Dean, welcome back, honey. We haven't had you on in a minute.
It's been a minute.
How have
I
things
said
been?
I can't be bad no more. No.
Okay, so we got like a little censorship, yeah. But how have you been? I see new things are popping off in life.
Yeah. On and
Hmm.
off and on and off
That's how I be.
and on and off.
That's how I be. Celeste, girl, you looking good, girl, with the red.
Thank you. Thank you. I made a promise to myself if I was COVID free that I was going to put some effort, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to put some makeup because I'm not into wearing makeup right now during the pandemic because I'm a teacher and I'm wearing a mask all
Right,
day long. So I definitely do my eyelashes and my brows because
right.
I feel like the kids depend on me for that. They look for that in me, and I give that to them. But so
Okay,
much.
yeah.
But makeup. I was like, you know what? If I'm COVID free, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna
Yeah,
just put some makeup on. So
if
I'm
you feel,
channeling my grandmother,
I feel,
my
I'm,
Elizabeth Duncan, my Lena Horne, my Billie
you feel,
Holiday.
I'm here for it. Mr. Boston, what's up, dog?
Woo! Another boring week, but I'm thankful for it. Just a lot of great things happening. Can't announce them yet. Just got a lot of big stuff going on in the background of my life. But you know what? Soon you all will find out. Had
Mm-hmm.
another hold on. We had some interesting stuff happen this week though.
Mm-hmm.
Because I figured out that this pandemic panhandling is a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Oh yeah,
people
they
are
be talking to
taking
me like,
full advantage of the fact that they can tell a sob story and people are probably going to believe it and go for it because they feel bad for them.
Facts.
it happened to me the other day.
And I'm
I'm okay
like,
with that
come on, people. Like, don't use this time, because there's actually people out there really hurting and
Yeah.
really
Absolutely,
need help. So when those
absolutely.
people, it's that story, it's the story of the boy that cried wolf
Right.
because it's a lot of people out there that need help. And when they come
Mhm.
asking for help, we're going to be like, nah, I'm good. Somebody else already
For
tapped me
real,
out.
they got me.
You are not.
Sorry.
I'm gonna say my week was dope. First of all, shout out to Biden. How you doing, Mr. Presidente? I'm here for it. And then go on, pass me my little coins and get these student loans situated, and
Give me the
let's
stimmy.
go. Give me the stimmy. I'm just
Where my
saying.
stimmy at?
But no, my week was dope. I had a good week. It was a 4 day week. You know what I'm saying? They even offered us overtime. Get the money. Get the money.
Absolutely
So
blessing.
yes, so blessing, yes, because pandemic blessings are a thing.
Oof.
Tonight's show is a little touchy for me. I don't know about everybody else, but we will be talking about parenting during the pandemic. Say that 5 times if you can. So Ken, what's up?
Y'all, I've been thinking about this topic for a little while, and I had a couple of conversations with a couple of people, and we were talking about, I think the challenges that a lot of people have that, they haven't, voiced. Not a lot of people are really talking about it. In my research, I found a lot of stuff online where people are writing, some people even wrote books already about it and have released books about parenting during the pandemic. It's that
Rough
big
to
of a
hear.
yeah, it's that big of a deal. And I didn't really realize it until we actually were having that conversation. And I was like, you know what? This is a topic that we kind of need to cover because I think people are out there really parenting the same way they were prior to the pandemic.
Hmm.
And for some people that might work, but for a lot of people, I think they might be missing some things, especially with the kids.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Especially with smaller kids that you had to probably make some adjustments to, or you should have made some adjustments to, that
Hmm.
they probably didn't.
Hmm.
Because one of the biggest things is, kids go to school every day.
Yep.
Kids are
Absolutely.
around other kids. Kids are with their friends and things of that nature. Now they're not.
Hmm.
So, that was, I think, one of the main things we talked about is how do we fill in, that gap with the kids? Because, I mean, of course, you're not their friend. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So, and
Ooh,
they're not
Not.
going to talk to you the same way, or they're not going to have the same type of dynamic. So, I mean, even though the pandemic has allowed us time to be together more,
right.
but that's also a
Definitely.
challenge. That's also a challenge because, with the kids, you and your husband and you and your man, that's great. Y'all spending time together, but the kids is like, nah, I'm not trying to see mom and daddy all day like this. They're
Yeah.
not used to it, and we're not used to it either. So those type of things are what we want to talk about tonight, and hopefully we can give somebody some information to take with them to
Yes.
make their situation better because the
Yes.
pandemic is not going away anytime soon.
No.
Nope.
Uh,
So we looking at
Not.
probably another year of this. You know what I'm saying? At least another
Ooh,
6 months. At least
child, I'm
another
so
6 months.
tired. I'm so tired. Ain't you
no.
tired, Miss Hilly? I'm
I
tired.
I tired.
I'm so
Like, I,
tired.
So what we kind of want to start off with is we want to talk about, I guess, our personal parenting during the pandemic, and any challenges that you may have had. If anybody wants to go first, you can. If not, I'll go first. It don't matter to me.
you're
I'm
very
willing to
over
share.
Boston.
Go
Okay.
ahead, Daisy J.
So, co-parenting for me doesn't exist during the pandemic with my oldest daughter's dad. She hasn't seen him. Well, she's seen him out for a drive-by for her birthday, but they haven't like had real communication since everything started. She hasn't
Mm.
visited her brothers. One of them had a birthday a week ago. It's like there's nothing there, and they want to blame it on one of her brothers having like a low immune system and stuff like that. But I was like, there's FaceTime. You as a dad could actually show up more, like, park in
Mm-hmm.
front of the house and have conversations with her because she's 13 now, y'all. Those years, the teenage years are here. So, and my kids actually went back to school this semester because for my youngest daughter, she's dyslexic and online learning was not working for her.
Yeah.
Like it was hard to
Yeah, she
engage.
needs that one on one.
Exactly. And like it's free. So let's go do this. So I put them both back though because I noticed a change in my oldest daughter. She needs some social interaction. I don't care if it's going to gym for 2 hours and coming home. You need to be around people your age because she's already a hermit, but she a friendly hermit. So she'll make friends, but then she'll be like, okay, leave me alone. So I needed her to have that interaction back too. But my youngest daughter, me and her dad have like slowly got back into co-parenting for her. But again, they have a relationship, so I don't have to chime in too much. She FaceTimes her dad. He tries to talk to her and see her. Even her grandparents are involved in that situation. So that's one that I don't have to worry about. It's mostly my oldest daughter.
Mm.
And I'm here for the counseling sessions, but hmm, they have not arrived. So,
That's on my list too. While you're talking
Uh,
about that, the co-parenting thing,
mhm,
because that's a difficult thing to
mhm,
kind of navigate for a lot of people, like shared custody, because you got a kid going from one household to another household, two
mhm.
mhm.
different environments, two different sets of people, like,
Yeah,
and
that's
then you're
my
trying to,
situation.
yeah,
Yep.
and then you're telling them, okay, well, let's stay in. They're suggesting people stay in the house to stay
Right.
away from being intermingling with other people. But in this situation with a shared custody
Yep.
You
or
gotta
having a
have you
kid,
have to
you
figure it
you,
out.
you got to
Something.
figure it out.
That's
Hmm.
definitely my situation as well. So
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, with you, we'll come back to that topic because you said you don't really have to deal with that because your daughter is with you. You don't have to, you don't have the shared custody.
Hmm.
But that's a dynamic we're gonna have to discuss because I think that's a something that a lot of people are dealing with and not a lot of people are talking about.
They're not.
absolutely.
I was in a shout out to Clubhouse. I was in my first room today, and
Not
I was
funny.
on a panel, and we talked about co-parenting. They were just talking about it in general, and I hope that they are watching because I invited them to this show tonight.
That's cool.
That's what's up.
Yes.
So Celise, let's hear it. You say you have the shared, so
I
you
have
can,
shared.
yeah,
My pandemic experience was really different though,
Hmm.
because, and I said this before, I went from being like, oh, I'm an aide because I want my kid to go to this school and he
Right.
can, you get a good deal if your kid, you work there. I can work this out okay. So then the shutdown happened. I was like, oh, okay. So what do we do? I went from an aide to a co-teacher to like a lead teacher.
Hmm.
And so I am teaching classes. I'm coming up. I'm a STEM girl. And I'm so science, math, like technology. I love it, and coming up with science ideas like for kids and trying. And what I did, because my son goes to the school, so I
Mhm.
had to do my Zoom with my class, and then my son had to make sure he was on his Zoom, which that got crazy for him because in his 3-year old, 4-year old brain, he was like, I don't understand why I can't be with my friends. Like, like what's happening? I don't get it. So can't explain that to him. I have a 6-year old that I have, it's co-parenting relationship with my ex-husband and his new wife, but we worked it out. Like, he didn't go over there as much, and that was more or less just because he didn't want to. Like, for us, like, he really enjoyed being around the family, and
Mhm.
he was so happy that he got to be around his brother and his mom. Like, we really took advantage of that situation on a personal level, but at the
Uh-huh.
school level, it was tough because I was trying to figure out how to do my thing, teach him, make sure he was getting what he needed, making sure I was still being who I needed to be to my husband. And
Mhm.
then I just got to the point I'm like, I got to figure out how to incorporate him into what I do. So I started using him in my videos and started, utilizing that. I figured out a way to just make things work for us. I set up a structure for myself. And usually
Yeah.
once that structure is set, it's like, okay, I know what I need to do. Boom. You got to go in with a plan. And I think a
Right.
lot of parents just kind of went into this with the thought of, oh, this isn't going to be okay, but what if it is? Like, you have
Right.
to go into things with a plan. Like, you can't just go into stuff willy nilly. Like, what are we doing? These are your children,
Right.
have a plan. Like, so I kind of took a second and came up with a plan and figured it out. And we made the best out of it. We were really sad when it was over. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, honest to God, like, oh man, it'll never be like this again. Oh shucks. Like, it was tough.
It was
It was
hell.
tough. Like, we enjoyed it. I
Oh,
enjoyed
so-
being with my husband. I enjoyed being with my children. I enjoyed cooking more. Like, it was just dope. It was
right.
dope.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, everybody doesn't have that experience.
A
So,
great experience. Sorry, not sorry at all.
something that you said was is on my list as well, and that's people struggling with schedules,
Mhm.
like not having some type of structure to, what I'm saying, the new norm, as I keep saying. And because it's true, it's a new norm, like it's this
Right.
the new normal. So like you're gonna have to, you can't take what you were doing before the pandemic and just run into the pandemic and
No,
virtual learning and everything with the same mindset, because it's not going to translate well.
no.
Well, the difference for me though, before we go forward, is that I was already working from home.
Yeah,
So,
so yeah.
you
Oh
know,
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
it was incorporating the kids, you know. Yeah.
Absolutely. Into what your structure, what your
Mhm.
schedule already was,
I'm
because you had that
going
set.
exactly. I'm used to going to get my coffee at 9 o'clock, not going in here checking on to see if you're doing your work and if you're paying attention
Yeah.
to them. Like, no. I'm used to have leaving for lunch. Now I gotta go get me, you, and your sister something to eat. Like, dude.
What are we doing?
Exactly. I'm
No,
like,
that's funny.
I'm used to sneaking off and having these little restaurant dates by myself.
That's
Ho-
hilarious.
hold on, y'all. Somebody ringing the doorbell. Who we have
What?
here?
Who coming in?
Ruth.
Mm.
Mr. Ernest Brown, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up,
Let's
y'all?
give him his.
What's
Let's make
what's
sure.
up?
Let's
What's up?
since he's coming in late. Let's give it to
Ernest is
you.
always late.
So we got Ernest that has joined us. Ernest, we're in the middle of talking about parenting during the pandemic. We're talking about our experiences and maybe some struggles that you might be having, if you're having any. You usually crack the whip, what I'm saying, pretty good, and you usually have things going the way you want them to go. But we're gonna get to you. We're gonna get to you. So, what
Okay.
I'm saying? Daisy's already gone, Celise is already gone. Now we're gonna hear from Christy. Then
Christy
we'll come to
B.
Mr. Ernest. Chris,
Well, my situation is way different from everybody else's in that with my son living with his father full time, and then with me part time, you would say,
Mm-hmm.
because for some reason, him and his wife, my son's father and his wife, won't let him do school here at my home.
Mm.
And I asked the guy that I'm dating now, about why do you think that is? And he said maybe they feel like if they tell you yes, that you'll keep pulling that. Like I had a flat and they were out of town and he came to fix the flat. But what wound up happening was I called them in Colorado on their trip and was like, look, I'm not going to have him home in time because I had a flat. So I don't want to get fussed at that I got him home late because her mother, the wife's mother, lives there. So
Oh,
I say that to say, I asked her, can he just do school from here tomorrow if I don't get this fixed in time? And of course, I was told no. But I'm thinking if it's a login and you have a computer or laptop, can't they do school from anywhere?
They could do school anywhere. All you need is
Okay.
a classroom to log into.
yeah.
Okay. So then this is my dilemma. She complains perhaps as a stepmother that like the last time I asked for my son when the pandemic started in March of last year, she said, are you going to help him with his homework?
Hmm.
As if I don't have a college degree and I can't help him with his homework. So I don't know why it is that my son's father and his stepmother will not allow him to have school here with me.
Ooh.
Okay,
Well,
so
that
I'm dealing with something different. But she may complain that she's having to do all the homework, she's having to help out. I am totally free over here with
Hmm.
nothing to do, but it's not by choice. I would help if you would let me help, if that makes sense.
and
Hmm.
have you said that? Like, I'm willing to help if y'all will utilize me. Like, I'm here. I'm not doing anything. What did they say?
I need to tell them that, I guess,
Try
because
that.
I
Try
assume they already
communication.
knew that
Yeah.
I'm here. But the way they talk to me is like, because one thing you have to understand is my son father thinks that I give him everything he wants, and I don't. But he thinks that I do. I do. So I'm dealing with a lot right now with the co-parenting thing. Like I told you guys the last time, I had to call the police in March through May. They didn't let me have him at all. And I had to call the police department in Little Am where he lives and say, what are the rules in order for me? And they say, you're still supposed to have the same visitation rights during the pandemic. I didn't know that. But they got mad at me and blamed my bipolar disorder for calling the police to find out my rights because
Oh,
they
wow.
took my son from me due to COVID because his daddy said, I only work with one person and she works from home, but you're doing Uber and you're out here with all these actors and all these people and you're doing all this stuff and you put him in danger. So you can't have him until this pandemic is over. The
Oh, wow.
pandemic is still going on. So can
Gotta be
y'all
normal.
after month one or two, I'm over here crying, bawling. Nobody knows because I'm missing my child. And so I took what they call drastic measures.
Hmm.
And they are mad at me because they feel like, why did I go there? You banned me from my child. I didn't know what else to do. So co-parenting for me right now during the pandemic, the last thing is I'm trying to take him out of town because my son is so used to going out of town. So I've been calling his dad saying, can I take him for Thanksgiving break? I was told no. For Christmas break, I was told no. Okay, can I take him for January during the winter break? I was told no. So now what I want to do out of spite, and I can admit this, is just take him for spring break without asking his dad because that is
Mm.
my time with him. I should be able to take him wherever I want. But the thing people have to understand is I'm trying to co-parent here.
Yeah.
So that's where
Trying to do it right. Well, don't do that now because you said it publicly. So now you have
That's what I
intent
was
to
no,
gonna
I'm
do
not.
that.
I'm not gonna take
Okay.
him.
I just, I just wanted to put that out there. Like, there's
I
intent
said
now.
I'm not
that's
going
what I
to.
wanted to do out of spite.
Yeah. I feel
But
you.
I'm
I
not
feel
Hey,
gonna.
you.
hey,
That's tough. I couldn't imagine.
hey, Christy,
Mm-hmm.
call me offline. I got surefire way to stop all that. Surefire way. You already have the tools. I don't think you've seen it. It's called the charge, but I'll tell you about that offline.
Boom.
To stop
I
it
Look at
will be
God.
instantly.
offline because, like I say, my situation is touchy and it's very, very different. So
Sensitive.
it's very sensitive. But I'm
Yeah.
being open and I'm letting you know that I'm having a problem. And by
Yeah.
far, I'm not. All I want to be is great to my kid because my parents were on crack growing up, and I have a wonderful relationship with my mom. She's no longer there. My dad died because they took him off of crack cold turkey. I just want a relationship with my child, and
Right.
that's all I'm trying to do.
Mm. It's
That's
Yeah.
all
tough.
I'm trying to do is be a better parent than what I had.
Well, Ernest has some great resources, so yeah, definitely when offline,
Yes.
yeah,
Hmm.
give Ernest a call because Ernest on his stuff.
He
Let's
did.
just say that Ernest be knowing. Ernest be knowing. So, I hate to hear that, but at the same time, I know that they have, number one, it seems like to me that they have a structure that they've developed,
Mm-hmm.
and they just
Absolutely.
concerned about their structure. They're not concerned about
Absolutely.
how you feel or how you see things. They're
They're not
concerned.
concerned about how their son feels either, because
No,
that's his
And
mama.
no,
it's
yeah,
Like,
on
Yeah.
him that they keep him from me.
yeah,
But
And
they
how
don't look
old is
at
your
this
son?
is the kid here. It doesn't have anything to do with us, any problems
absolutely.
y'all may have with me, with my bipolar disorder, anything. I'm not thinking about you two. I'm thinking about my son and what's
Yeah.
good for him. That's it. That's all.
How old is he,
Yeah.
Christy?
He's 14 now, so I got 3 more
Oh.
years to go through this, and I'll be done.
You
Well,
don't even
he can
think.
choose. If
That's what
he's
I was gonna say.
14, what do you like?
Technically, you can
Girl,
choose.
he can choose now. What do you mean?
Mm-hmm.
13, he
That's
can
what I
choose.
try to tell people, y'all. It's hard because now that he's been with his daddy since 6 years old, at first he wanted to constantly come back, come back, come back, come back because he didn't want to mind his dad. Now my son told me, and I listened to the child. If you take me to court right now and make me choose between me and you and my father, I am not gonna choose either of y'all, mama, because I love both of y'all. Don't do me like that. You
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
understand what
wow.
I'm saying? So y'all need to understand this thing is more serious than just about me fighting them. This is about what is best for my child. Point
Right.
blank, period.
Right.
Do you feel it's best for him to be with them?
I do because, and this is something because you haven't heard this before, Celeste. So this is
Sleep.
something that my best friend hates for me to say, but I'm just gonna say it. I'm single. They are
Yes.
together. I'm a biblical spiritual woman. Two is better than one. I grew up not seeing what love is, and right now I'm having problems with dating because I don't know how to do it, and I'm having to teach myself at 41. So what
Mhm.
I'm saying is they show so much love to one another over there. It's healthy for my son to see that. And I got a friend girl that be in my ear about why would you say something like that, like they better than you? That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's healthy, the situation that he's in. And
Mm-hmm.
like Kenneth said, it's a structure there. He
Right.
doesn't have a structure here. He do whatever the hell he want to do. He
Right.
runs over me because he's so damn cute and I don't know how to handle it.
Oh, that's honest.
So
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Well,
just
so
letting
okay.
damn
y'all
cute.
know I'm not the better parent on discipline. But I'm not perfect either. I only have one. And the only reason he lives with his father, Celeste, is because he made mistakes with his twin boys. And he asked me, can I have him now that they're 13 years apart from the twins so that I don't make the same mistake with him? I could have been a
Yeah,
woman and said, I'm not giving him to you. But I didn't do that because once again, I care about the child's well-being.
absolutely. Absolutely.
But I'm
Um,
I'm stuck in
my
between a
name,
rock and a hard place.
okay, and my name is Celise. It's just,
I'm
I just,
sorry, please.
it's okay. I just need to get that out there. It drives me crazy. It's okay. Celise. It's cool. But yeah, no, I feel it's a very mature thing to say as a woman. So I think if
It's not
anybody's
easy
your friend,
though.
they
I'm
gotta
not going to
respect
tell
that.
you it's easy because it's not.
Yeah, no, I couldn't do it. I'm just that I just could not. That's just me though. I can't. But
well,
I respect a person that can.
well, we definitely gonna have to have you talk to Ernest offline, and
Yeah,
maybe
for
he can
sure.
help you.
Automation,
What I'm saying, think through and maneuver through some things, and maybe help the situation a little
for
bit,
real.
if anything, to change. What I'm saying, especially what's going on right now, because he needs to be around you. He needs to be around his dad, and like I
Well,
said,
now they give him to me. I get my visitation. I'm saying, but I understand that if Ernest has anything that
oh
could help
yeah,
me with the way I'm being treated, like I'm just the
oh yeah,
horrible parent that I'm
yeah.
not.
Absolutely.
I'm sure Ernest got something for you.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
I doubt. Yeah.
So
He
Ernest,
wouldn't
tell
have
us
said
about
it
your
had he not.
Ernest, tell us about your situation, my brother.
Man, hey, parenting in the pandemic is like shit. What's that? Game of Thrones. Uh, hey, bro. Hey, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. My house is empty now.
Really?
I had to do what was
Wow.
best for my children.
Mm-hmm.
I was too busy at work, and even though I work from home, I mean, my job just demands so much that I couldn't give my son, my daughter, the attention, especially my young ones, the attention that they deserve. So everybody went to their mamas. Everybody. The mothers had the time to deal with them. The only one that, I see them, of course, Matter of fact, when we get off this, I'm going over there to eat dinner. But it was just the best thing for in particular, my son. My son, he's been with rocking me for about 4 years, and I just watched him degrade academically. And he's sitting here. He was sitting with his mom at first when everything kicked off. Then he started living with me. Her house is like a daycare. I mean, it is beautiful the way it's set up. I love going over there because she really set up school and stations for the children. So she has the time, she pays the attention. Me, I ain't never cussed at my kids so much. So I cussed his ass out about them grades, man. I'm just like, he just didn't have the instruction that he needed.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be honest, I didn't have the time to give it to him. So I would get off of work and then I try to catch him up throughout his day. And I noticed that he was missing. When he needed questions asked was during the day. He needed questions answered during the day, and he needed subjects talked about and explained to him during the day while it's fresh on his mind. So I was yelling at him and mad at him for no reason. And then we started having a parent teacher conference. When you used to have a virtual parent teacher conference, his mom would come over here and we'll meet with the teacher. And it just got to the point where she has the time. She has the time, she has the dedication. This is what she likes to do. Her house is, like I'm saying, it's a daycare. I mean, she got a little station set up, little stuff on the wall. She got another son not even in school. He got a little station. So it's just
it's a structure there. She has a structure set up for the children.
For a classroom setting, for a learning environment, her house is way better than mine. I just from 7 to 7, I'm in here. I am where I am all day. If you knock on my door, I'm pissed off. You know what I'm saying? And then I would have to. My daughter, she's 7. She got to go to the email and read where to go, and
it's a lot.
This link and be there to this time. Take lunch at this time, and I'm just like, it said itinerary. She don't even know how to spell that.
Right.
She just turned 7. And I want to start my work day, be on the phone with my customers and my clients, and I'm just like, look, I'm trying to do something, but I'm trying to mute them and do what I need to do for her. She got questions. And I just like, no, I can't. I told her mama, like, look, you called me and said, it's time to get these boys. And I said, okay, I want them anyway. So I'm telling you, it's time to get these boys back until the pandemic gone. So we cannot set them back academically. That's the only thing that I was worried about.
Again,
a lot
maturity.
of kids falling behind. A lot, and I worry about our kids, especially the folks that have to go to work and have to go to work every day and have to leave the home. What are their kids going through? They struggle. So I think the best parent, I think that you gotta always, like Chrissy said, in every situation, it's all about what's in the best interest of the child.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Facts.
And in my case,
true. That's a hard decision sometimes.
Yeah, the best interest of my child is that they live with their mama until this pandemic is over with now.
Absolutely.
I anticipate a fight when the pandemic goes. Y'all mamas get used to them babies and don't want to give them up. So at least say, I can't do it. But anyway, but
Houdini.
I anticipate an argument or two. And we'll work it out, but it's time for them to come back home. But we gotta. Best interest of the child. They gotta get this shit over with, y'all. I don't know what they gotta do. This gotta end here.
I agree. I definitely.
It's tough. It's very tough on teachers. Our whole teaching plan has changed. Like we had our last Thursday, Fridays were in-service days for us, and I was so sick I couldn't make it on Thursday. I was like, I'm going today because we had to go over COVID plans and putting things into effect that if and when that happens, we have a plan in place. We have kits set up for the children because being in a private school, parents pay comprehensive fees. So we're not looking for money for y'all. We're trying to figure out what we need to do to make this as easy for the parent as possible.
Yeah.
And so I'm such an intricate part of that because I'm like, I have a kid that goes here. So let me explain to you what you need to do to try to make this easier for the parent. No, don't do all that. We can do a video, or you can go to YouTube and just find a link and put it in there, and the parent will click on it and boom, done. They'll know what to do. So we just want to figure out ways to make it easier for the parent,
right?
And the student.
Comes in at, I think,
I'm
That's where
sorry.
that's where the confusion comes in at, Celeste, is that
Yeah.
because like I said, I'm dealing with a stepmother that married into this and she wants her own child. Let's put that out there. And now she's mid
I'm like,
40s. She wants her own child that she does not have.
some water.
And now she's mid 40s raising my child.
Whew.
And there may be a little animosity there. I'm not gonna
There
lie.
may be,
But
maybe.
the thing is that she having to deal with I'm working from home, helping your child with his homework and to homeschool. That's why I'm grateful, y'all, that he went virtually first semester, but January I prayed with him on that phone and he went back in person. And I'm so glad.
Good for him.
I'm glad that he chose that. Because
Good.
he's like, Mom, it is so boring at home. And this is
Absolutely.
I want my child to experience, and people's like, but the danger of COVID. Yeah, the danger of COVID, but the fact that his stepmom is over there probably thinking like, I'm over here doing everything. Where's the
Everything.
mama at? And because of distance, I can't just come right away. They're an hour away. Now, if they were
Oh
right,
yeah, Little Elm is not around the corner.
It's not.
I could go help if they were
It's
right
not.
around the corner. But like I said, they're an hour away. And then I'm not welcomed in like that, probably by her, because she
Oh,
just
that's
happens to
sad.
be around.
It's
Do
a
you
terrible.
pray about that situation? Because I just
I didn't hear what you said. You said, did
do
I
you
what?
like pray about that situation and pray for that
Oh, no,
relationship?
no, no. That's the thing you have to understand, Celeste, is that I'm quiet doing all of this. And that is the most hardest thing to do because when my son's father fussed at me, or if his stepmom, now me and her duke it out pretty much. I had to have the talk with her when she was like, why would you call the police? I had to let her know you will maybe never understand because you don't have a biological child that you almost died having. So you don't ever have to understand my crazy behind my child. And it's my
Oh,
only child. So I'll
child.
do it out with her.
Well,
And we'll do it with words. And she'll say, lower your voice. And she'll be like, don't yell at me. And I will
that
lower my voice and I will stop yelling. But with his dad, I have two scriptures I go by. In quietness and in confidence shall be your strength. So I'm quiet and I'm confident. And God gives me a lot of strength. And then I have another scripture. A quiet spirit overcomes even the biggest of mistakes. And at first, every woman that doesn't have a dad in the life want to say, you made a huge mistake letting your son live with his father. All I want is for him not to go to jail, for him to never have to see a jailhouse in his life. He can get
Amen.
absolutely.
Amen.
You have to do what's best for your household.
Right.
Like I'm not taking care of your household. You got to do what's best for your household. But I couldn't imagine arguing with my ex-husband's like we have such a good like and something happened between us lately. Like our relationship is like impeccable. It is ridiculous. Like we just talk, but we've always even when we weren't like cool, we have always been so respectful of one another when it
my
comes
son's
to
father
my
is
son.
not respectful of me by any means.
That's very
Barely.
sad.
Barely. And it's because I believe now his wife, he can't give her what she wants. So maybe they use it against me that I am the chosen one. And I say the chosen one because I feel like you can't even get pregnant unless God bless your womb.
Oh,
Mm,
okay, but here's the
Ooh,
thing. Oh
ooh,
wow,
mm,
that's a dig. That is
mm.
ooh.
oh wow. Well, here's the thing.
Not the tequila.
Can nobody make a man do something he don't want to do?
Facts.
So I really can't put and this not to get off the topic because I want to make sure we're sticking to topic, but just to kind of like wrap that up, like can nobody make a man do nothing he don't want to do? And like if a woman can sway a man to just do something, like you're not a man. And like I can't make you do something. If you are a man, I can't make you do anything. That's the mother of your child. That respect needs to be there. If you're a man, I can't make you do anything.
Hold
Like
on, hold on. My
I
boy
just
Ernest,
don't believe
my boy
that.
Ernest been holding his hand up. He been
What?
holding it
What?
over there.
What? We are now
He,
taking questions from the class, Ernest. What?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Ernest then Daisy.
What,
Ernest had his
Ernest?
hand up for a long time.
I just put mine down, but
We're
go
gonna
ahead.
get off topic.
No, no, no. When it comes to parenting during the pandemic, what I wanted to say was me and y'all know I got three baby mamas. Y'all know I got
Hmm.
three women I had kids by, and I don't have a problem. Zero. So um them are my friends. I went through something personally, and them some of the people I lived on, or, I lean on. So what also I wanted to say was the pandemic is stressful, not only for the children, but for us.
Oh,
Very.
absolutely.
So I
Facts.
let my
Absolutely.
kids get away with certain things, and I let them stay up late, and not late during school days, but I let them, do a lot of things. It's a lot of pizza nights. It's a lot of movie
That's
and video
fun
game nights.
memories, Ernest.
Yeah, that's good.
It's a lot of s'mores and fire pit nights. You
That's
know
That's
what I'm saying?
good.
great
That's
memories.
good.
Great
So
memories.
yeah, but so I let them decompress because they locked up
Absolutely.
too.
Mm.
And what I want to say about decompression is when you talked about Celeste, when you talk about your relationship with your ex, is man, sometimes, I done had I done been out of town. I done got flued out. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my thing.
Yeah.
I'm doing some stuff, that I've been wanting to do. And,
It's funny.
and,
Flew
but when
out.
when one of them calls and say, hey, I need you to take the kid, I'm going to take them. They
Oh,
need that
always.
decompression too. You know what I'm saying? So we got
Absolutely.
to, if
Absolutely.
that takes justice, baby, if you want to get that night, get that itch scratch, call me at 11. I'm going to get them, drop them off. You know what I'm saying? You need to get that itch scratch, go ahead,
Now,
call
I
me
don't
at
think
that.
he would have done that. Like, he was never really a big fan of me dating.
No.
But if there was something like, hey, Jess needs, he's like, oh my God, Celeste, what do you need? And
Mhm.
she's like that too. Like, she knew I was sick this week. She was like, no, for real, if you need anything, like, please call me. Like, we had to really, it was a maturity level there because I think we both understood pandemic is stressful. She
Yep.
lives with her mom. Her mom was there with them. They had to figure out how they were going to do that because her mom is older. Making sure Josiah wasn't infecting her. Like,
Yep.
we really took some serious precautions. But I think that's how we're going to get through this too. Is people just setting the structure, taking the necessary precautions, protect yourself. Wear the mask, put it on. Like, it's
And,
just, I get it. I
and take some
understand.
risks though.
I understand, but there's so many cute things you can
Mhm.
do right now. I might start selling the cute little bubble mask. Like, I mean, there's things we can do here. Like, we just got to get through it. And I think it's not the time to turn on each other. And it's just when it comes to co parenting, like, we got to figure out how to get this done together. It's just too much.
Come on, Daisy. Come on. Come on.
Ernest is annoying. Okay.
He is.
So, first of all, Christy, I get where you coming from as far as like not wanting to say things because you don't want to get out of character or whatever, but you have to communicate how you feel to them or
Hmm.
whomever because it's right now it might not be eating you alive, but I'm a person I am still kind of passive, but I'm working on it. But if I feel passionate about something, I call my people first and I get it off my chest, the angry way. And then I go back to that person like, yo, I feel like this when it comes to my child, and I need you to understand, where I'm coming
What
from.
I'm coming from.
Because what it sounds like to me, as the person that has their children all the time and I'm on top of everything, it's a territory thing. Like she's become very territorial of your son.
Absolutely. Because
So
she feels like she's doing everything.
right. And so and I get that from her side, not taking her side, but I get it because I'm the parent that does everything. So it's
Mhm.
like when a dad calls me, can I see her report card? We haven't heard from you in 5 months. Report what?
Get off my
Really?
phone.
What?
I don't
No.
even have a flip phone.
No. You're right, like right. You don't want to, because not to be petty, but it's like we're not doing that. Like we're not. I think sometimes he it's like every couple of months he's like, let me irk Dexter real quick. So, he'll pull out his stuff. Thank God for counseling because now it's just like, boy, bye. Okay. But with my village knows everything that goes on with my kids because they're helping me raise my kids.
Right.
So even for them, we all work from home. We all had already been working from home. So all of us incorporating the kids into the situation
It's
was a little
tough.
tough at the beginning, but now there's structure and they're back in school now. So, I drop them off, my village picks them up. It's like we have our little system
There's
going.
help. It's
Yes,
help.
but we communicate what is
Absolutely.
wrong. You know what I'm saying? We don't disrespect each other. We talk about it because the conversation needs to be had. Because for me, if I was closer to you, Christy, I would pull up on them because that bothers me. that you feel like that. Like for real.
For real.
That
Like
bothered me.
that's
I was like,
that's a lot that you're like,
ugh,
I just don't say anything. It's like,
wait a
okay,
minute.
girl.
You better say something. That's how I feel because I used to be mute
Because
about
you
stuff.
teach people how to treat you, and they
Facts.
thinking like this stuff is okay
Yep.
because they've been doing this
And you trying it
thus
on by
far.
yourself, that's
You
you
got to check
business.
that.
And
Don't
like,
disrespect
no,
me.
yeah. Like, bro, get it
I'm
together.
still his mama. Don't
At the end of the day.
Oh
Exactly.
no, that's why I
don't.
wanted y'all to understand
Hmm.
that with her, if there's a problem, I call her.
I'm
It's
talking
with
about
him.
him. I'm talking about him too.
No, I
Exactly.
don't
That's
call
his.
him because the Bible says answer not a fool. And I chose to have a baby with a fool. Okay?
That's funny.
So during this
That was
pandemic,
funny.
because I made the choice that I made,
Good
That
for
was
I
really
do I
funny.
made my bed and I lie in it. And I know that everybody may feel like, well, you're letting him run over you. Like my friend girl that says, don't say they better than you because two is better than one. I'm sorry. Fact is fact. And it's healthy for my son to see a couple that's happily married. I never got to see that. But she say, how do you know they over there happily married? Hey, listen. The way he lied and dying her, and Facebook is a facade. I'm not even talking about facade. I'm talking about this man. I watched him go through different women down through the years with my son. Okay,
Mm.
different women, and so he's never treated one like he does her. Unfortunately, he won't treat me that way. But I don't have to lie about my relationship with him. Celeste, it was supposed to have been a one night stand. It turned into 3 years of meeting at that hotel. He got his own place, got comfortable, did not withdraw. That was our method that was our method of birth control, and I got pregnant the first time.
Withdraw.
After
Nah, baby,
3
that's a
pull
pull out.
out. Pull out.
Pull out.
well, whatever
The
you want
rhythm. The
He didn't
rhythm.
pull out.
to he
Okay.
didn't pull out.
It's
I
like
didn't
you
know. I
didn't.
just said
She didn't
withdraw.
watch. She didn't do the rhythm. She was ovulating. She didn't follow the rhythm method.
Listen, listen. I
Ooh.
didn't know I was ovulating because had I known, I would have said, "Don't do that." But I love my child, and he's here now. Okay. And what I'm saying is to you, how do you argue with a man who hate they had a baby by you?
Mm.
Mm.
But I
I
am now
can't say. I don't know. That's horrible.
I am now getting ready to start a movie because this one won't be a play. And it will basically be about I told you I was bipolar and you got me pregnant anyway. And now, because you have anger management issues, we have a problem
Is
doing
this
this.
the
And
whole title, Lord?
Hey,
Is that
hey,
the
this
whole title?
this is a
This,
whole show. That's a whole nother show right there.
so
wow,
we'll
That
that
have
was
really
that.
is.
a
I
huge,
don't think y'all
long title.
That's a whole nother topic right there.
Wow.
2 hours.
That's, yeah. We're gonna put a pin in that because we definitely y'all gonna hear about that one. Y'all gonna
I
definitely
would
hear
love
about
to have
that
a
one.
show on. I told you I was bipolar and you got me pregnant anyway.
I love it. Let me
That
do the stage play. I'm here for it.
is
Yeah,
awesome.
I
y'all
want
might
to do
be.
it as a movie because a stage play might not be long enough. But either way it goes,
I
That's
want a part in
funny.
that.
Wow, that's tough. That's rough. I'm very sorry to hear that, Chrissy. I can imagine. That's tough.
But but let me talk about two things right quick.
Yeah, list.
Y'all already know I got my list.
The
I got a
list.
little list. I
Mm-hmm.
always have a list,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't talk about mine. I'm gonna talk about mine very quickly.
Oh,
With me,
yeah, kids. Yeah.
yeah, it's different. It's different in the fact of, okay, I got a son that plays sports, so we had to navigate that. He grew up asthmatic, and as you know, if you grew up asthmatic, even if it gets better, you still have it in your system. So you still have to be very careful. So he was playing football, so we had to navigate that. That was difficult. So I had to be patient with him because of the changes that he was going through of virtual, and then at least he had the break of going to practice and stuff and being around the guys, so that helped him a little bit.
Yeah.
But baby girl, totally different. Baby girl has been at home the whole time,
Oh, yeah.
and she's daddy's girl.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh,
she was already under me a lot. So now she does this
baby.
thing where every time she has a break, she's gonna come to my office and she's gonna give me a hug, a high five, or do something. She's telling me about her assignment. She got 100. At first, I was kind of like, ugh, I gotta focus on my work, But I had to
Oh,
say, you know what? This is different for her.
Yeah.
I
absolutely.
have to
He's
understand
everything for
as
her.
dad that this is different for her. she hasn't had to deal with anything like this before. So
No.
I
And how
have to
old is
be.
she?
She's 9.
Oh,
I have to
yeah.
be patient with her. So
Yep.
if she need a hug, come give me a hug. We do
Absolutely.
high fives at 4 or 5 times a day or
That is
whatever
so
she needs to make her comfortable and to make her day go better. Because at the end of the day, when she's happy, it makes me happy. So
Oh,
it
yeah.
helps. You know what I'm saying? And
I
those
love
are
how
things.
much you love your children.
Well, but those are things at the beginning like I didn't think about because I was frustrated too. You
Yeah.
know, I got work, I got assignments to do, I got things that are, that I need to take care of. And then I mean on top of that, when I started doing these shows, I have production stuff I have to do. Like my schedule got really crazy.
You
So,
made it that way.
yeah, yeah, I did, but as it
Get it
went
done.
on, I just had to figure out how
Heck
to get
yeah.
this done and how to navigate this. And also with the teenagers,
Grit.
we had to make sure that get them out the room, get them out the room and off the phone, off the computer.
Absolutely.
Do something different. Let's go for a walk. Me and my son were going up to the school doing workouts and things of that nature, just trying to get out the house. Baby girl said, "Can I go for a walk?" So we walk around the neighborhood, just things to get them out the
Oh,
house because it to me. And now I know people gonna disagree with this mindset, but to me it's kind of like it's kind of like house arrest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you
very
stuck
true.
in the house
Stuck.
and you can't really move around a lot. So
Absolutely.
now we get an idea of what somebody on house arrest kind of feels like, and it's not a great feeling.
Coltrane had a whole breakdown because he couldn't go to the beach. This child has never been to the beach.
But he
I was
just looked
like,
like
where is this coming from? He was like, I just want to be at the beach. I'm like,
it's a
what's
restriction.
happening?
Yeah,
What is happening?
you want to bust a move and you really can't. So
Yeah, he was
we
ready to hit the beach
we
or
all
on the
had
beach.
to make some changes. But okay, let me go through the list right quick because we're nearing the end of our time. The common challenges that were listed, the top four. We already talked about struggling with schedules. The solution here was create a structure. We talked about that. Constant togetherness, balanced time, and alone time. Look, at the end of the day, you want to have time with the kids. You want to have movie night. You want to have pizza night. You want to have all these times, but they need time to themselves, and
Yeah.
you need time to yourself as the
Mhm.
parent because you don't want to burn either side out. So
Right,
you got to
right.
kind of think about it and kind of figure out how you can do that.
Yeah.
So and also the news overload. I think my daughter suffered from that for a little while because
Turn it off.
she had installed the CNN app on her iPad
Oh my God.
and she became
Why?
an expert
Quizzes,
on the
girl.
She's all this
coronavirus.
commentary and stuff.
Yeah,
Daddy, if you look at the
and
reports today,
she's giving me a whole rundown of what Trump did. I'm like, where are you getting this information from? She said, I got the CNN app. I was
we're
like, no, no,
all
no, 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 no,
CNN
no,
right
no,
now,
no, no,
baby.
no. We gonna get you up off
No,
of that.
no, 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 no,
We're
no.
gonna get you up off of that. It's okay to have the knowledge, but we don't want you overloaded with that because
Right.
Absolutely.
it's a lot of stuff happening and they're talking about it. You just don't have a frame of reference of to even
It's going to
understand it.
Even
desensitize
adults.
her.
It,
Like,
that's
it's
Yes,
too
crazy too.
much right
but
now.
you know what? It
Overstimulating.
desensitizes us as adults as well
Yeah,
when we
that's why
watch it too much.
you have to, like, kind of take that stuff in stride. Like, you
Yeah.
cannot, it's with everything,
Mhm.
it's moderation.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
with everything in
Well,
life.
my solution to that was a little Q&A time.
Artist, fix your face.
Just give her a little time where she can do her little Q&A where if she got questions or my son's got questions, we can actually talk about it. That way we can get that talk out the way and we don't consume ourselves with it because it'll consume you.
It
Looking at the
will.
news
And some
constantly,
people struggle with
coronavirus, government, Trump, you know what I'm saying, all this stuff going on during the pandemic, like it was a constant cycle of the same thing. So a
Yeah.
lot it. People were consumed by it. So,
Absolutely. Turn it
and
off.
yeah, and it stress that the news will stress you out too.
Yes,
A lot of
it
people don't
will.
realize that the news will
Yes,
stress
it
you out.
will.
You better run some
Um,
theta waves and pray. Do some meditation. Like, clear that out. Clear
Man.
and
all that out.
and the last thing on the list was what we already talked about, the shared custody, navigating that. Now that's something like I said that's very tricky and is based on your personal situation. So you just have to be constructive, and you also have to, if no time like no other time right now,
Absolutely.
you have to build some type of bridge with between the two parents.
You
You know
do.
what I'm saying? If you're co-parenting, you got to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's going to
Yes,
have
Daisy.
the smoothness of the people on the panel, you know what I'm saying, and the things they got going on. Like, but like I told y'all before, y'all see people on the show that know how to navigate these things and their resources, so hit them up. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, you might not have somebody in your circle that knows the type of things that they know or have the type of information. So, hey, utilize those sources. But at the end of the day, also, adults, take time for yourself as a parent.
Amen.
you
I
gotta take
did.
you gotta
She
take some
did.
time for yourself.
He does.
She
However,
did.
whatever way you gotta do it, like you might have to be constructive with that too, because you might be the only parent in the house, and it might be hard for you to take a break. If you might
Mm,
have to do, you might
I
have to
could not imagine having to have done this as a single mom. So like my
see.
hats, and this is so weird because I was a single mom for so many years, and this is one of those opportunities where I'm just like, wow, I really tip my hats to single moms and single dads out there because I could if I did not have cross, like I don't think y'all understand. No, 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 no,
Shout
no.
out to Tito's and
Mm-mm.
Jose Cuervo.
No.
You
So
doing
like my
it?
hats are off to y'all. Beautiful, beautiful women and men that do that because it is not easy being parent 100% by yourself all the time with absolutely no help. So like absolutely salute you. Like
Facts.
just salute. It's ridiculous. I couldn't imagine. I could not imagine. And I feel so blessed to be like just to be like y'all are amazing.
Thank
Amazing.
you.
Cuz I couldn't have done it.
Facts.
Yeah.
For real.
Well,
Well,
I just wanted to
go ahead.
say too, Ken, that my co-parenting situation is nowhere near a mess. It is structured. It is, and it's because I do bow down. And I know people say you ought to speak up and all of that, but I bow down a lot. And it's because, like I said, at the end of the day, it's not about me. It's not about my son's father. It's not about his wife. It's about the
Your
child.
baby.
And
Facts.
she does an excellent job with him. An
That's beautiful
excellent
that you
job
could
with him.
say that.
Yeah,
and
respect that.
and I feel like she is a great stepmother. Like really, she is. She goes at bat for him. Because of her, I now have to buy Jordans because she started buying Jordans. All of this stuff. And so at the end of the day, I cannot sit here and tell you, oh, the three of us don't co-parent great together. We do. Because a lot of times I stay out of the way, if that makes sense. I stay
Yeah.
out of the way. But
But
at the end of the day, if it's something major, like, okay, now we're going to hold him from you. Oh, no, 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 you're not. Or when we were co parenting before the pandemic, and she had to sit in court and see the ugly truth of the judge that was a black female judge say, why do you not have Christy Dean on his records? Like, I literally can go to his school and get arrested when all of this first happened because I wasn't on the records. He said,
Wow.
"Hey, you know what my son's father told me? Only one person can be on there." And the judge told him that day, I know for a fact that's a lie because of my kids and their father. Go
no.
and put her on. She's the biological mother, correct? And he said, yes. She said, okay, your wife is not the biological mother. And she sat right there and watched all this unfold. And she said, as of today, because all she asked was, can she get his report card? And my baby daddy just sat there. Well, I don't like to say baby daddy. Let me say the father of my child because he's far from a baby
There you
daddy.
go.
And he sat there and said, no, she cannot. And with pride. And that lady said, the wife is not the biological mother. This is the biological mother. And I'm not gonna say I hated for her to see that, but y'all, I had took some kind of special, ooh,
So
yeah,
what?
finally to that. You understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, he'll say, well, she has a degree and she graduated valedictorian. Okay, I have a degree. I might not have graduated valedictorian, but I have a degree. So do you not realize this comparison here? Like, you see what I'm saying? But I realized what it is, Ken, and he told me this, and I'm done. At his birthday party, August 31st of the past pandemic, and he said he respects you more than he does me. And something said in my heart and mind, that's where our problem lies right there.
Well,
Well, it
when it
stands
comes
to
to
reason that the mother of your child, if you love your son the way you do, if you say you do, there should be some respect and love for the mother
Love
of
it.
your seed.
Yes, but
That's
when he
just
tried to fight his father, because I thought it
God.
wasn't coming till 16. I know that I've heard every boy tries their dad. I've heard this, okay? And when he tried his father, he called me and he said, I'm finna kill him. And I was like, don't hurt my baby. I can't have no more. That's the only child I got. He said he jumped at me. Now he was 13. And if you see my child, he looks like he's about 15, 16, 17. So I thought it was coming. And he even told me I jumped at my dad. And then when I told all of my acting friends who have 7 kids and 9 kids, these men, they was like, "Oh yeah, my son tried me, and I tried to knock him out." So my thing was, no, please don't hit him.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't knock him out. What can we do? Thank you for calling me, but what can we do? And so since that has happened, that is what he has said to me, Ken, is that he respects you more than he does me.
Mm,
And that's something that I don't know how to make him equally do both.
When it comes to
not your job.
for me, when it comes to parenting in the pandemic and co-parenting, I just ask, besides Christy's situation, I just ask that everybody give a little. You know what I'm saying? Everybody have a
Absolutely.
full understanding of what exactly the other person is going on, the other person is going through as well. It's stressful for you. It's stressful for me. And if we
Stress for these
both decide
babies.
to give a little,
Yeah.
then that's in the best interest of the child.
Mm-hmm.
And so even
Absolutely.
with not only with each other, even with the children, like I said, there's certain things that I don't normally go for that I let my kids get away with. If it's not a character flaw, if it's something small, then
It's not.
I don't, because they stress the fuck out too. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
They
Mm-hmm.
hurting too. It's
Absolutely.
kids missing their prom.
Right.
It's boys who work all their life to have a senior season and it's canceled.
Yep.
That's what that was
Absolutely.
the
That's
avenue.
so hard. Oh my
It's
God.
people who sing and dance and work all their life to get to a certain in debate teams, and
Yep.
all that's canceled. So their dreams are getting adjusted way more than ours. So I
Right.
just think we have to be patient, and we have to be giving, and we have to be compromising
And
as
Mm-hmm.
parents in this
sympathetic,
situation.
sympathetic, because we didn't have to endure
Yes,
this. Like
and sympathetic.
I enjoyed my high school years. Like I enjoyed
Mm-hmm.
my senior year. My son's senior year was nothing like my senior year was. It was fire. Like it was crazy. And it's just I'm so sad for him because he doesn't even realize what he's missing.
Yeah.
It's like he won't know that. And that kills me. So I love Ernest that you said that and we do. We have to be very sympathetic towards these children
Yeah.
because they're just children.
Right.
Right.
They're
And
not.
then
I have
too,
a
and then too, Ernest was saying, I mean, Ken was saying that your children wanted to go out. Well, with me and my friends, I have one that has twins. I met her in the hospital, of course, and her twins always want to go out. My son and then my other friend that has 2 boys, they don't want to go anywhere because of COVID. Like they're like, people and COVID. And so what do you do when they feel that way about mama? And I think that's why my son is like, I really don't know where we can go for March because last year March, that's the reason why this happened. I don't know if I said that. I took him to New York and this had just started and New York had the #1 cases.
Oh
And I
wow.
was okay with his dad and his stepmom because the stepmom is in nursing. She gave us gloves. She gave us disinfectant. I thought it was
PPE.
okay with them. But when I got back was when I got banned from him, as if they discussed it like you put him in danger.
Wow.
And I
Wow.
no, I felt like if they had told me that's the way they felt, we were like the only ones on the plane with just a few other people. I could have counseled as well. But don't ban me from him. I
Yeah.
didn't know that this was gonna be this bad.
I don't
Yeah.
think anybody did.
Yeah,
I
I don't.
send
Yeah,
my son I send my son to Houston to party all the time.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Wow.
21. He just turned 21. He's in the prime of his life. He's
Wow.
good, and he need money. Dad, I want to go to the H. Go. You know what I'm saying? Go
You
live
said
your
Okay.
life.
to party?
Huh?
To party, you say?
He said to
Yeah, the
party. He said
party.
he's in the prime of his life. Like,
Yeah, the party. If he catch COVID, he got to deal with it like I did, like Ken did. He knows that he grown. He know what it is. I'm not worried. What I'm not gonna do anymore is continue to suppress my kids' life. Now, my mother lives with me. My mother is, she's elderly, so I have to watch that. but she closed her
Absolutely.
ass out to where she want to go. If she says if she gonna do that, I'm not doing that no more to my kids. I'm telling you right now, I don't give a damn. If my son can play football during COVID, then my other boy can go to have a 21 birthday and throw money at the strip club. I don't give a damn. I'm
Yeah,
not doing that no more.
I think we don't have to suppress anymore simply because we know kind of how to maneuver with it now.
Yeah.
So, if you have a situation where you might be putting somebody at danger, that's a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? But if you know how to kind of maneuver, because here it is, like me and Chrissy were talking before the show, I'm the type of person where I don't go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? But if you go to
Yeah.
the grocery store to buy groceries, you can get it in the
You're
grocery
exposed.
store.
Absolutely.
The thing
So
too, everybody has it.
So I mean, it's kind of one of those deals where you can do everything right and still catch it.
Yep.
That's
So
it.
Absolutely.
That's it.
so it's one of those
It is
deals
what it
where
is.
yeah, you can maneuver, but just please be careful. Wear your mask.
Yeah.
Adjust to the new normal.
Wash your hands. Exactly, it's a new
Treat it
norm, and you're
like
just gonna have to learn how to navigate it. But what we're gonna do at this time is when we usually close the show out. We go around the circle. We go around and let everybody kind of have their closing thoughts and some words of encouragement, and let you know where to find them on social media if they want to be found. So we're gonna start with Miss Christy Dean, then we'll go to Celeste, then we'll go to Ernest, Daisy J, and I'll close it out.
Well, I am Christy Dean. Right now, we're not doing any acting, unfortunately, because of theater. So I don't tell people where to find me right now because we're not able to do plays. I went to the movies, guys, for Fatal when it came out before they released it to everybody. I was the only one in there. I've never had that situation. So I just want you guys to know that because of the pandemic, us actors, we are suffering greatly, 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 greatly. And so, with that being said, what I would give is that during this pandemic, God has afforded me the opportunity to date. When my son first moved away from me, I was so lonely being here by myself. But I put my all actors around me and had events here all the time, is what I wanted to say. So I only could imagine the sadness that I would be going through if I had this pandemic right now and couldn't date nor go anywhere with acting. I probably would lose my mind literally and wind up back in a mental institution. So I say that to say take care of your mental health during this pandemic. That means whatever you got to do with your children. Yes, I agree with Ken. Pull them off computers, talk to them, walk with them. If they want to do things, my son doesn't want to get out the house because he be like COVID, but I have to make him. So what I would say is, in the midst of the time, if you got a dad like Ernest, take them kids to that dad and live your life because you only live one life. And it feels great to be able to say, hey, during this pandemic, I'm able to take care of my child, but I'm also taking care of me. And that's what I'll say.
Facts. Celeste.
Well, excuse me. Y'all, I just didn't think I was going to make it. Y'all don't understand. It's so bad. So, oh my God, parenting in the pandemic, y'all. I think we were talking about it earlier. We're going to have probably 6 months to a year of this. So, I would say this from this point going forward, don't wait for something literally life changing to happen for you to put time into your children, for you to put time into self, for you to put time into your relationship, for you to put time into all these ideas that you had. I said this earlier on my Facebook page. It's not resolutions, it's just goals.
facts.
Set goals for yourself, set goals for your children. Let's dream. Let's come up with a dream. Let's come up with a vision board. Set goals for your kids for them to look at, something they have to look forward to as well. That's how you're going to create your legacy. And just don't wait for something bad to happen to do something with your life. Just can't wait. So, as always, peace, love, and light, energy, and
Boom.
all that hippie stuff. So.
I Ernest.
I just want to leave everybody. This is 2021. This is the fresh start that we've been waiting on.
Amen.
Politically, things hopefully have changed. Even though my advice to everybody is to keep pressure and accountability on, because we was all political a couple of days ago. That shit don't end because we like who we in. So,
Absolutely.
but what I want to say on the parents on the pandemic level, get you some sex. Get
I
that stress
can't.
off.
Yes.
Invest in you
Amen.
that way.
Yes.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying?
Hallelujah.
Get you some. And I also want to say that this year is my defining year. I've made that clear for months. That 2021 will be my most prosperous year in my 41 years. Uh, I'm going to make the most money I've ever made in my 41 years this year.
Okay.
I've made some changes in my life that that got things out of the way so I can invest in me.
Amen.
All my life I've been given, and I tell people like me, mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters who've been given all their life and getting very very little in return other than the satisfaction of doing what you're supposed to do and contributing to the world. Take this time to invest in you.
Hmm.
I'm not wavering and unapologetic about it. You can't call me out on shit. I'm invested in me. Okay? And I just
Facts.
go
Okay.
forward with that. Christy, have your sister call me. All right,
Mm-hmm.
thank
Daisy J.
I
Thank
love it.
you guys for tuning in to another Fire Session podcast. Okay. I
Deep.
am I'm here with
It's
Christy.
deep.
I was dating the whole pandemic and I ended up getting me a man. Okay. Um So, with that being said, we have Relationship Talk with Daisy J. We are now available on Spotify and Google. Okay, we working on that Apple. Give us some time. Website is currently down because I'm trying to put some new stuff up. But you can again listen on Google Podcasts, and Spotify. Um, I was gonna leave y'all with something, which was like Ernest said, 2021, be as selfish as you want to be. Take care of yourself. Take care of your mental. You know, I do self care. I get my nails done. I go in there, I let Mingling do what she got to do. Feet, nails, eyebrows, all that. I ordered so much makeup during the pandemic that I'm thinking about, making that a little side hustle for your girl. So be on
Hello.
with that. Okay. Beats by Daisy J. Okay. Um, I'm just saying. But yeah, love yourself.
She just claiming.
I did. I had to put it out there. And again, thank y'all so much for tuning in and all the support. What's up, Ken?
you.
Well,
Blessings.
y'all already know. Um, we are on YouTube.
Yes.
We finally start putting the videos up on YouTube. So go to YouTube, search Fire Session Podcast, and or You See It Productions, and you'll be able to find the
I know
page.
you
Um,
see it.
we
I
got a
know
lot. We got a lot of stuff
you see
coming. We got a lot of stuff going on. Um,
it.
I just want to leave you all with this. 2021 for me is the year of the block. Let me say that again.
Oh
You
man.
better say that, brother.
The year of the block.
Yes.
Blah, blah, blah,
Block, block.
blah,
Listen,
blah.
block can go a lot of ways, but the way I want to look at it is protect your energy, man. Sometimes you just got to block people in real life
I block them.
Absolutely.
away from you because, you know what I'm saying, they bringing you down.
I
So
don't
you
see
just got to
you.
identify those folks and you got to block them.
Block.
They're vapor. They
Yep.
dissipate
So,
into the
hey, at
air.
the end of the day, ain't no hard feelings. You got to go.
Yep.
Hmm.
So,
Protect your
you know,
energy.
hey,
Protect your
but
spirit.
and as far as parenting in the pandemic, I think everybody kind of summed it up. It's just different, people. You can't go into it the same way we went into parenting before.
Mm-hmm.
So adjust to the new norm. Do your Googles. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Search and find creative ways to help your children and help yourself, and adapt to the new norm because this is the way it's gonna be for foreseeable future, people. It
Yep.
just is what it is.
Facts.
So, if you're looking for me, you can find me on Facebook, Big Ken's Comedy. You can find me on Twitter, Big Ken's Comedy. You can find me on IG, Big Ken's Comedy. At the end of the day, this is what we say every week. Y'all, this the Fire Session Podcast. It's not lit, it's fire. Peace.
Mm.